Yo, what is going on, Relocation Football League fans? It is your boy Mix here tonight, but I'm not going to be calling the game, man. We can hashtag Smitty, man. I just want to say, man, I reached out to him a moment ago just to say thank you for all he has done carrying the Relocation Football League. We don't have a lot of staff members who are able to, I guess, produce at this level of intensity, right? And I've been very, very busy in my real life schedule. I'll be back after the 20th of March, but you know, Smitty is studying for a test tomorrow, and he needs that time, man. So I told him tonight that I was going to go ahead and stream this game live with no commentary. You guys will be able to hear the vanilla commentary. I'm not in the capacity and prepared to be able to call this game live, unfortunately. So, but I did tell him that I'm going to go ahead and put just go ahead and do the work right now and be able to not call this game, but stream this game live with the vanilla commentary and take pictures after the game so he can be able to study and do what he has to do, man. The guy's got to live his life. He's been dedicating, many, many years to this thing of ours here. And, it's important to me as an educator, a professional, that my boy, man, gets a chance to do what he needs to do for himself, right? So, sorry, guys. Sorry, Tigers. Sorry, Aviators. It's going to be vanilla commentary. But I'm going to go ahead and take some sweet pictures for you guys after the game. And that's what it is, man. So, salute to all. As always, league first. We do what we got to do. Brother from another mother, man. Big salute to Smitty, man. I hope that guy wins in life. All right. I've let this thing rock enough. I'm going to go ahead and get into this live game, man. Love you all. We get hashtag league first, man. I don't see it in the chat right now. Well, Michael Blunt Jr., as always. Thanks to you, man. Chris Paul, he's doing league first as well. I don't see enough league first, man. That's all I'm saying. Not going to call any guys out right now. Big salute to Shadow Sports. Ricks is here. Malik, think outside the box. Owen Jack, Joshua Prince. Kinzo, YouTube, what's going on? Pat McNeil, Zion Anderson, and big salute to all you guys. Okay, that's the second time this theme music has played, as I'm allowing this thing to mesh a little bit here. And after this next restart, we're going to go ahead and get into the game between the Tigers and the Aviators here on Tuesday night RFL football. See you guys in a minute.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and our focus is on this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good...
Check it back in real quick, man. Big salute to all the guys in the chat right now turning us up. We're going to stream this game live with vanilla commentary, man. Again, Smitty out right now. He's just got to study. He got a big test tomorrow, man. So prayers up for Smitty, man. Not prayers, man, but good skill for Commissioner Smitty, man, as he preps for his test tomorrow. And big salute to all the guys who are in the chat right now. 23 strong right now. Hopefully that grows. All right, going to go ahead and get to this game here. Good luck to both teams.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the number 1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 80 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, they'll run it here. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
But they certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They run a draw here on second down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Third and 8. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Activate the screenshot. This is going to count as a live game.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Hear me? I'm trying to get a little bit closer to the mic. Let me turn it up a little bit. This is going to count as a live game for your reloads, so no worries. Just go ahead and take your screenshot.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16.
Paid for this game, despite it being a somewhat of a vanilla premium game, premier game. You will get paid for
so
this
they're
game.
forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Good coverage there holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Second down and a yard.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And a huge play that time. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Slot man moves right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
3rd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And running with power here.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 6. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
The slot man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 16, 2:14 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the home team here, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.